What we thought would happen did not materialize. But what we got was 10 times better. We saw a living organism at work. We saw homes where people were gathered to hear God's word and influence people for Christ. And we saw changed lives. We arrived at houses, no label, no indication, nothing. From the outside, you wouldn't recognize that as a church. Whether it is a church, whether it was an adult reading center, or whether it was the children's program, it is totally filled. Up the steps and so on, crowded, as many as people can fit in. I grew up in a concentration camp, and we had nothing. My dad, he took the Bible, that's basically our only textbook we had, and taught us how to read and write. When I talked to the literacy program, it's very interesting because they are also learning how to read. One lady, turns out she was 99 years old, still learning how to read and write. My wife asked her, "Why do you want to read and write?" "Oh," she says, "I want to be able to read my name that's up in heaven. When I get there, I want to be able to read it." And that enthusiasm, that determination is amazing. It didn't matter whether they were young people, whether they were older people. We saw people whose righteousness and salvation was shining through them. What impressed me most is that here are people of God that He is using, and they are changing the world. In Bible League, you give something, and it is being multiplied. If I have a seed, and I put it in the ground, it will germinate. And this is what we've seen in India. We saw God at work. Should we be surprised? No, because it's not our work. It's God's work. He is using the local people to establish His kingdom. God is supplying their needs because He's a great God. And they've impacted me, and I've changed. The India trip was worth it.